No, 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 no. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. We don't need to talk much about it. Let's get into a bill search video. I'm looking through some loose money over the last week or so, and we're going to look for valuable stuff. So if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe if you're into collecting money. Even if you're not, you're probably into making money, and that's what we're trying to do here is turn the face value into more value. So as we go through it, I'll show you what we're looking for. Starting off, Series 2017A. First, we'll look in the serial number, see if there's any cool patterns. There's any misprints. We also check overall note, see if there's any errors going on. What are they, you might ask? Excellent question. Good errors to look for, well, minor ones. Ink issues like small ink smears, shifts in the print, things of that nature, or things like heavy wet ink transfers where parts of the ink when wet is transferred over to another note and it looks like kind of a ghost image. Those can be worth good money. Of course, collectible serial numbers, which this one does not have, and things of that nature. Also, there's issues you can look for with within the anti-counterfeiting measures on notes, such as contaminated inkwells and things like that. So like on 10s, amongst some other denominations with the color-changing ink that they use for anti-counterfeiting, sometimes those mixtures of ink get contaminated and they'll come out darker or lighter, in most cases darker. A bit rare, but when you find really good ones, they're worth good money. 1, 2, 3, 4, missing a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost kind of what I like to refer to as a broken ladder. If we had every number there to create kind of a broken sequence, then those are kind of cool. And a little bit of kind of some extra ink from the front there. It's the jacket or kind of lapel area of Washington's coat. I'll go a little quicker though. Beat up $1 bill, Series 2013. Look for lots of star notes in that series. 2013 B notes also have duplicates, but even if you don't have the pair, which is rare, they're worth a little bit more money. Good over ink here. Kind of mentioned that in the beginning, but 2013, which this is, and 2017 and 2017A is really common to have this third digit from the left on both the serial numbers. Having excess of ink, a lot of the times, I don't know what it is. I'm going to do more research about that, seeing as how I've seen it tons and tons of times, that there had to have been like an abnormality in the printing process for so many of them to have that specific digit, or was it intentional? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe it's like some anti-counterfeiting measure, you know, they were kind of throwing in there since ones haven't been redesigned since like the late 50s, early 60s. Nothing there. Couple of 7s. Good repetition if you have like the same 3 digits repeated over, known as a trinary or really a binary note with 2 digits. Those can be worth pretty good money. They're collected by a lot of people. I really like them, but I mainly can collect 0s and 1s, so like computer code, binary code, so kind of a true binary. Nothing going on so far. Keep an eye out around the Great Seal on the back. Hey, little future birthday note. Not too long in the future either. 2028. This one's beat up, but, you know, I would have to say probably, so, unless the world implodes or explodes, on March 13th, 2028, I'm thinking somebody is probably going to get born somewhere in the world. So this is a birthday note. Very, very collectible. Even though it's a little beat up, somebody would probably really like it. Let me know. Not if you, I mean, you can't let me know if you're going to be born then, but maybe if you clone yourself, I don't know. If your birthday is on that day, March 13th, hit it in the comments. That'd be really cool to know if we got any March babies out there. You have an upcoming birthday, of course, in 2028, so that's pretty cool. 2017 series, other than that, pretty beat up, but I'm going to keep it for sure. Really cool serial number. Really folded up in the middle. Nothing jumping out on the back aside from that, so setting it aside, though. And 2017 series as well. A little bit better condition. That's like 9/10 of the law. Look at this. Got ourselves, so really dirty counting machine. I don't know, actually. Yep, just transfer ink from the counting wheels. You can see how there's multiple of them. Right here, here. So that's the machine that counts all the money at the bank. So don't get confused by that. Not a misprint. Somebody had $202 probably. Nothing jumping out there. Back of the note, this thing's been wet at some point. You can tell from all the wrinkling in it. $20, I didn't know I was that rich. 2017, May 30th of the year 9000. A little bit of excess of ink in the 05, kind of little tail, dovetails going on in the bottom if you see there. Let me bring it real close to the camera. If it were really dramatic, I've seen ones that were almost filled from over-inking when they kind of refill the ink on everything, re-lubricate everything during the production process. Those can sell for, $40, $50 plus dollars, so way more than $20. Hey, 2017 A with that third digit excessively inked. Now, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Oh, hey, for a second there, I thought we had a fold over error. I was like, oh man, we got money. But it's not, it's just damage. But anyway, I have seen, dollar bills sell for like $2-3 on eBay with this little error, I guess, with the excess of ink. If you want to go through the trouble of selling them for that, go for it. It is extra money. I'm all for that for you to make some profit, but it's just not worth my while to go through the trouble of making $1 off $1, literally. So, 2021 series, little shift up in the seals and serial numbers. You can see, well, the seal's sitting pretty nice, but slightly shifted up by a hair. Back of the note, really good condition though. Little excess of ink below the end there. Getting down there, last few. Thanks for sticking with me through the adventure. 2021 series. A little bit of a stuck digit 6. It's really light. I'm going to zoom in a bit. There we go. This is when the rotary dial that transitions to print the serial numbers gets kind of jammed up. So you can see here, this little 6, although very, very lightly and very slightly, it is slightly above the rest of the digits. If you have dramatic versions, you can check out my website. Just search for it in the search bar, stuck digit error. And I have a couple of charts and sourced from various places on there and links to other websites that have really good visual examples of ones you would want to keep. Back of the bill, folded up, beat up, dirty. We're not going to guess what this brown substance is. We're just going to move on. 2021, probably the best condition one so far. Little ink blob. But it looks more like a ballpoint pen or Sharpie or something. Not anything that would be printed in or on the note, since that's how things are made on these types of currency. 2017 A. Some 4s, some 8s, but not enough repetition to hold on to. Back of the note, folded up, beat up. Somebody sneezed on it. This thing's seen its day, but it's still worth a good old $1. Getting down there, I think we're on the last 3. 20 or $25 worth of money. Some 3s, some 5s, some 4s. If that 8 and 9 weren't in there, and we just had 3 5s and 4s, I would have kept it. Mentioned that earlier in the video, a trinary. Beat up on the back. This is all damaged. Nothing to see here. Last 2, $20. Series 2017A. Little shift in the seal here. You can see it's down and to the right. Now, it'd have to be way off to be considered an error, but something to keep an eye out on. Missed that. Whiff trying to pick that bill up. A little bit of kind of an overpressing. Probably a better name for it. You guys can put it in the comments, but kind of an overpressed serial number here. I have seen, as I knock my camera over, I have seen where you can read them all the way through. Those have sold and I haven't seen a 10 sell, but a 5 sold for about $30 on eBay, but it was in like pristine condition. Last but not least, NC. Hey, doesn't, I'm here in North Carolina, so anytime I see NC, I just kind of think of that. Series 2017, huge run of notes for that. This one's been beat up and circulated for sure with all this damage. Nothing jumping out on the back, creased up. If it was collectible, that condition would definitely draw from it. What are we holding on to? Little future birthday note. I love birthday notes. March 13th, 2028. Like I said, unless the world explodes. It will come around at some point in the next couple of years, 3 years. And, let me know if your birthday is in March. Let me know what you're coming across in your coin and banknote searches as well. Also, if you found that cool collectible somewhere over the weekend, I love hearing about that stuff. So jump in the comments and hit me up with the next video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.